as the report.
All right. Not delay. Switch codes. Okay. For P&L. So as the board has been changing it, and I started to present the treasurer's report, some questions and stuff have come up. So I want to taper my report to the information that you guys want to hear and see. One of them, I believe, Paul, you've been asking where I get the numbers when it comes to water and sewer billing versus what we've received, and where I get those numbers and stuff.
So you're looking at Paul?
Sorry, Jeff. So as part of the reports, because I don't have like just one report that I can print. What we receive is a cash basis report versus our P&Ls, which are all accrual basis. So as backup documentation with a separate report like this work as far as if I could get the paper. And I highlighted green, it starts what our deposits are for the year. So that gives us a cash basis, and those are everything sewer and everything water. And I could start putting those as part of backup. And I just made a note here too, as a second page for the invoice approval list. In that one document, I could put the water and sewer maintenance item as it. So you would be able to know, like, oh, we're paying Jade this much this month. And then you could look at the water and sewer report on the next page, and it would itemize why it makes that amount. So I could do things like that.
So what you're showing now is just a summarization of these data line by line items, is that correct?
Yeah, basically. So that one right there is a cash basis and shows how much we received. And then these are what we billed, which is accrual. So that would tell us, that shows, okay, we billed for sewer $162,219, but then the report that Paul is looking at shows that we've received $156,090. So I can put those types of things together so that you guys can see where I'm getting those numbers.
I think just having these as a reference, if we should want to look at them, is fine, and just the summarization of these things.
Exactly. So I'll, with moving forward, I'll have my P&L document, and then I can have those backup documentations so that when in the future moving forward I say, okay, we billed this much, we received this much, and then you guys will know what I'm referencing on those.
And I mean, that's the kind of detail the auditors are going to get into, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep, they go through those with a fine-tooth comb. They had me running around a little bit on the last one until I remembered, oh yeah, the reason why the April one is different is because we do the winter excess consumption, and we've got to pull that report for them. But yeah, that's the detail that they look through. So with those two reports, it shows that we've billed for sewer $162,219, and we've received $156,090. So that's a little over $6,000 difference. So we have $6,000 less received than what we've billed to date. On the water side, total, and that is with the $8 increase in it, I can break that out even more. I just start getting into spewing a bunch of numbers verbally. But we billed for $271,344 and received $270,000. So that's $646 less than what we billed. So not a lot, but both sides, water and sewer, were showing that we've received less than what we billed for. So in total, we're about $6,700 short of what we billed in user fees. So that's kind of it for income. next month I'll have a little bit to report on certification fees. They send us that 2 times a year. That's around July and around December. People start paying their property taxes early, so I'll have something to report already next month for that. On the expense side, last month, for the month of September, we paid about $27,577 in sewer maintenance, and that was about $1,260 for repairs and tank repairs and pumping. Bigfoot finalized their big project, SCADA system, and that was about $7,000 that we paid them. And then repairs and maintenance, which we're going to talk about a little bit later on in this agenda, for septic repairs, was about $15,480. And then locates this month were about $1,086. So, okay, anyway. And then on the water side, we have repairs and maintenance at about $12,286, testing at $90, and locates at $25. Down the list, nothing on our expense side is jumping out and extraordinary. It's our routine vehicle expense for Bob and I's mileage, mine for deposits, filing, Bob's for his routine mileage, doing tests, things like that. Contract labor, $225 for lawn mowing. Dean is done early this month, so we'll have half that monthly cost next month. Director fees, routine dues and subscriptions, office supplies, just some paper and whatnot. Consistent across the board with our sewer operator fees. And then we did see our training and conferences that rolled in for some hotel costs and things like that for Clint and I. Then our insurance, which we pay annually. Good, thank you. So yeah, insurance annual for that, routine, bank fees, assessment fees, paying the office. Let's go ahead and collect that. And utilities, electric, garbage, payroll. In total, it shows for this month we aided about almost 27,000. So, any questions on any of the financial reports, either that I sent in the email or what I'm showing here? It is really helpful because I do send quite a bit of financial reports in the email, which are all kind of part of the consent agenda. But I did kind of say in there, if any of the questions are on the QuickBooks report, I can bring those questions to the meeting. I certainly wouldn't want to make it seem like you have to ask for questions outside of the meeting, but it's helpful to know what those questions might be so that I can look at the QuickBooks reports and then I can come and answer those. So just kind of a heads up there, because it can get hard to answer any items or line items on the QuickBooks reports. I don't have it in front of me. And I like giving detailed responses. Sometimes people will be like, oh, just what your memory says. I don't. I like giving good answers. So.
That's the treasurer's portion. You still
That
have
is
DEQ, right? Or did you do the DEQ portion? Or is
Nope.
there not much?
There's not much to report on the DEQ. We're up to date on DEQ reimbursements. We had the pay application 7 that we just signed, which was for how much? That one was for the pay application 6, was $460,000. But yeah, they just did their pay application 7, and we submitted that to DEQ today. So
Kind of tied in with this. I don't see it anywhere else in the agenda, so we'll just say a word about it, and that being the November meeting with the government, the Navy, to get that money.
Yes.
And have the photograph.
Yes.
That's a good sign.
So I'm gonna talk about that a little under old business, DCIP grant award.
I'll wait till we get to it.
And I think I put their email in the packet, but yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit.
Okay, thank you.
And that's the one he wants to have next Tuesday, the meeting?
That